Good afternoon and welcome back. So, I'm still a bit ill, but I think I'm fine to speak a bit more today. Um, so I made the switch to 417. Hello, how are you? And I kind of screwed myself when I tried to clean up my project. So, as a result, I kind of had to redo a bit of stuff yesterday offline. But I think what I have now is a bit better. Because now I have the character data in a component. And the component is doing all the work. And I have the component on my village AI character and the player character. So I don't have duplicated code anymore. What are you using for source control? Okay. At the moment, I'm still using the what's it called? Subversion, but locally. So okay, so this. Why the hell is that head there, and why is the head not attached? Hmm. Yeah, I seem to have a few issues with this character here. The player character, but the rest of the system works fine. All the color changes are fine, and the mesh switches work. Okay. What is LFS? What's that? Oh, okay. Okay, there are still a few issues with all this stuff here. Issue number one is for the player character that for some reason all the scales are 0. Let's see, where do I set those? Setting them here, and I'm setting them here. So it should be fine. Strange. Yeah, one of the issues I had was I wanted to try to move folders around, and I killed my project with it. And I'm not doing this anymore because it has to stay in those places and work that way, but new assets I might put in better places, but what I have here needs to stay there, basically. Might be a bit annoying, but let's see. We save all those. Wait, the eyes are not there. Eyes. Yeah, I have done that, but for some reason it doesn't really work. Oh, yeah, I know what's happening here. Yeah, I'm setting the eye color, but this is not a dynamic material instance, and that's why this is happening. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, then it didn't crash the engine, but it killed my project. Killed the level and all that stuff. So I had issues in that regard. It started with the main menu level and couldn't load the world map because it couldn't find the texture somewhere, and that's something I need to look into and figure out. Because the problem is there's a lot of stuff here that I want to delete and switch out over time. So for instance, all the Infinity Blade stuff I want to delete, all the kite demo stuff could be deleted. The Anim starter pack, okay, I already deleted most of that. Then there was something else. Yeah, this thing here I need to delete. Because I'm not really using it. But I mean, it's my own fault because I just threw everything in there and didn't think about proper structure. so to do it now would be a pain. Another idea I had is to create a completely new project and port all the working and finished stuff over. But the problem is that I wouldn't be able to port over the map, and that's a big problem. Because the map has references all over the place. I could migrate that. I mean, it would be a good idea to do that, to be honest. But I haven't done so yet. Um, Maybe I need to do that at some point and just migrate everything over that I really need and then see what dependencies it brings with us and with us brings with and then um, kind of piece by piece go through them and throw everything out that I don't need and kind of kill those references. So, okay, there's still the biggest issue at the moment is that the player is just scaled wrong. Quite sure why. And if I go in here and have a look at this. Yeah, we do have a scale of 0 here. If I put this to 1, then it scales it properly, but I'm not sure why it didn't do that earlier. Okay, and the camera is not in the right spot. Yeah, there's still something broken. It seems to be an offset of some kind. Not sure why. And the colors are wrong. Oh, thank you. earlier I fixed this by setting those, but quite sure what's wrong here. But this is definitely not right. Let's see, okay, the head is not in the right place. Let's try something. Yeah, there's no offset here, but it's still setting this in the wrong place. Strange. And I don't want to add an offset here as well, so because there shouldn't be an offset. Let's see, maybe I did something wrong on the mesh. Nope. Yeah, sorry about that. Still. Yeah, because I'm taking this as preview mesh. Let's see. There was a way where I could set the preview mesh, but I don't remember where that was. Let's see. Additional meshes. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's why I said that. But what does it do? Can I have access to them and change them somewhere in the engine? Let's see. Does this look like here now? Yeah, this is still just the mesh. And if I go here, yeah, this is also just this mesh. Strange. Let's compile this. Okay. Now the torso is gone. Damn it. It has a mesh. Both cases should have a mesh. Wait, what? Why does it show the mesh here now? Strange. Really strange happenings in the land of Unreal. This is modular character system and it's working. for the NPCs. It's the same system, but for some reason it doesn't work on the first person character. On the to-do list today is fix the issue that the scale is wrong when I'm playing. Because at the moment the scale for all the meshes on the first person character are 0. And if I jump over here, it's set to 0, and if I reset that, then it's fine, but for some reason it doesn't do the scale correctly. And the other thing is that I have an offset in the head and the hands. If you wait for a second, 10 seconds. I think the offset is on the torso and causes that. And I'm not quite sure where this offset is coming from. Yeah, I'm doing it. Let me show you what I'm doing. I am doing I'm setting the mesh for each component, and then I'm setting the relative scale. Let's see, maybe it's the relative scale that has a problem. Let's set the world scale again. The thing is, I have this body data, and on the body data I have a height, and the height is just a scale multiplier, basically. And I'm just setting that as my new scale. Let's see, maybe this works. Nope. Same result. And if I jump into the character again, I can check the character data here, and I see where the problem is. The problem is that the character is not initialized. The character data is not initialized. Okay, so that makes sense, kind of. Let's see. Okay, but this is fixed now. So it was the relative scale that caused the issue that I had here. So I'm loading the character data from table, and then I'm setting the character mesh. Yeah, I'm still sick, yeah. And here I'm doing something similar. I am setting the character mesh, but I'm doing a load game first, and on the load game I'm overwriting the character data. With our save game data, and that's not set. think that's the problem. But I think that should be fixed as soon as I jump into the main menu. So if we start from here. Nothing happens. And there we go. Might need to add a load screen to this as well. Okay. Here I have the same problem. Yeah, because I'm doing the same thing. Oh, damn it. And I also need to change the speed of the camera fly around orbit thingy. Okay, but I know what's wrong here now. The problem is that not really. I mean, there's a different one for the player, which is the first person character, and the AI. So here I need to initialize the character data. Now let's do something else. Let's check if the character data is set correctly, and then we change it. So let's push this over. So if this is not equal my standard, then we need to initialize. So do a branch. Otherwise we can just go here. I'm not quite sure if I need to do the attach here. I think I don't. So let's not do that. And the same here. Because it is already attached and it should still be there and working. Let's see. What do we get now? Okay. That's the problem. It didn't initialize the character data correctly. So if you wait for a moment, 10 seconds, then the character should show up correctly. Or at least in the way it is possible at the moment. And if we jump back to the other level, then it should be fine. Why did it not save this one? Okay, let's go into that level. Why does this have the wrong material on it? I mean, it shouldn't matter because it should set this correctly later, but for some reason oh, yeah, because this is set up wrong. Okay. Nope. The other way around. Okay. But things I still need to rig the other character and then import that one. But I haven't done that yet. So this should be okay now. And Why are all those lights set to moving? I need to change that. Yeah, they shouldn't be movable. They should be static. But I think the issue that I had is fixed now. So let's save all. And let's see. Yeah, and I really need to find a way to do proper cleanup here. Okay, so let's see. This one. Game instance here is okay. Okay, so at the moment I just have this in here for as placeholder. Have the human female stuff put in here as placeholder for the other options that are in the game already. So I have human males, I have strangely only elf females and only troll males and goblin males, but there will be more options later. So, okay, this doesn't work, so we need to do the world scale here. A little bit. Sorry about that. I'm setting the enum class, and this will also change to proper one for male characters, female characters, and neutral would be the male as well, I think. Even though I'm not sure if I need a neutral gender. Even though maybe some creatures are neutral, but at the moment I think trolls and goblins are also male and female. Okay, so this is, and I also need to create the rest of the morphs here. But I was looking at the way I handle my input stuff. So mouse click, I'm doing a lot of branching, and I think I can optimize that a bit. because in the end I just need to check this part here. And all this here I can do simpler with an event dispatcher. Because at the moment I do have an actor here that we can reference, and I'm just checking for interfaces, and if it has the interactive actor interface, then I'm doing the stuff that's needed there. And if we have the dialogue interface, I'm starting the dialogue on the dialogue partner here, which, where did I set that? I think I'm doing this down here, yeah, and this is horrible. I'm working in event tick, and I really don't want to do that in event tick. What am I doing here? I'm trying to grab the item. And I'm setting the last selected actor. And here I'm also doing this stuff, so doing the hover and hover end and all that stuff here, which is not really needed. That way at least. This can definitely be optimized a lot. And maybe even thrown out of event tick, and with less branches like this. Because this is just horrible. And in the end, all these do the same. Mostly, at least. Let's here. Damn it. It goes to the interface. So here. Yeah, this is basically what they're all doing. On start selection, I'm adding a UI element and add that to viewport. And on hover end, I'm removing that. And I'm doing the same for my items. Yeah, completely the same. The only difference is this here. The current interaction type is different. But I'm using 3 different interfaces that basically do the same. I could just do the event dispatcher and then work that way. But I hadn't figured out how to work with the event stuff yet, so it was still a bit of mystery. I looked it up yesterday, and yeah, yesterday I looked it up, and it's not that hard to work with. So I think I might go through that and then throw out the interfaces. I mean, the standard stuff, start and end selection, or in this case, hover begin, hover end. Those I will throw out. The rest I might still use. Yeah, but at the moment I'm using interfaces for basically the same stuff, so that's something I wanted to change. So, let's see. Um, okay, here I'm doing here I'm setting last selected actor. And it's still doing the same stuff here. The hit actor, I'm casting that to... Okay. I mean, for this game, it wouldn't be a problem because it's not a multiplayer game. Here I'm setting the dialogue partner, but um, I won't need that anymore. Yeah, I think I can optimize this a lot. So the only thing that I want here is um, set the last selected actor as the hit actor here. Even though I'm filtering out everything that's not interactive. Basically, I'm filtering out pickups, then interactive stuff, and people we can talk to. So, and I might get strange results if the no, it shouldn't be a problem because I have only I would only set up the listeners in the right classes, so it shouldn't be a problem. So I think we can just set this here and then delete all the rest. Let's just do this as a test here. Let's go there and then is that a function? Yeah, so let's add a return. Oh, there's another return down here. Okay, so we don't need that up there. Yeah, basically it's don't need the sequence here as well. But let's see if that works here. And if we go to the event graph, should be able to go here. So if the result is okay, and selection. So in here we would need to do we need to set the event dispatcher here as well? No. Thought we could use the same thing over here then. Haven't used them before. I looked them up yesterday, but apparently, since I'm still ill, my memory is shut. No, that's wrong. Event dispatchers. Okay, so I need to bind this. Okay. So in begin play here, which I don't have. Okay, is only the standard stuff. Okay. And that would be this one. Or at least the replacement of this one. On click. Detection actor. This would do that. And as a result, we need to go here and change that. So this needs an input. As in menu. And then here we can connect this there. And here we can I think it's this one. And though it says is in inventory, but that's basically my is in menu. Need to rename that. Need to do a lot of refactoring here and fix that. Okay, this is not working. Okay, so we need to have the last selected actor. Okay, let's go back here. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. So, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm calling this. And then I'm binding. Wait, this is... Yeah, okay, we call that. Wait, why does this... Oh, okay, so it has to be the right type. Which means I still need to do casting and all that stuff. So it has to be the right type here. And this is not working. Okay, so yeah. It might be better, but it's still not really doing what I wanted to do. Or I just need to look into it a bit more. But basically the... Oh, I might need to change this as well. Yeah, I need to change that as well. So we are getting the item. Then we are checking this. But there's another thing I wanted to do at some point. Maybe, at least maybe I wanted to do it at some point. Because at the moment, when I'm hovering over this, I'm getting a specific item per object. So this is simple object in the world that I can't pick up. I can only look at that. This is something that will change when I'm interacting with it. But I can still look at it. but I can open and close this. And this is a pickup. If I click it, I'm picking it up. So, the idea I had was to not show the specific item or the specific interaction icon there, but kind of show a small ring menu with different options. So interact with it, talk to it, pick it up, just look at it, something like that. Kind of like I think mid-90s adventure games did, mid to end 90s, where they had this interaction wheel and were using that. Before that was all the verbs, and then you just had to click the verb and click something in the world, but then they got rid of that and had the interaction wheel that you can use for different stuff. Because there's another thing that I can do with an interaction wheel like that is I can add more funny comments in the game. So for instance, if we want to talk to a door, we can do that. We get a remark back. So if you want to talk to the door, then hello door, and the door is not answering and stuff like that. Or if I add if I want to pick up a character, then there will be a comment for that and stuff like that. So all those interactions you had in older adventure games could be back in if I go that route. But I'm not quite sure how to set this up at the moment. I mean, I would display not the I know how to set this up, so I would change this. So as soon as I hover over something, I will get a menu and can select an option. So it wouldn't be just in the HUD, but it would be a specific UI element that will pop up. Not like this. And then you would have the mouse and can select a specific option on it, or press a button. Maybe number of interactions, 1 to 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever kind of interactions I have there. At the moment it would be 1 to 4 for the kinds of interaction I have in the game at the moment. But I'm not quite sure if that would be a thing that could be a hindrance as well. Kind of blocking element in the game. So I'm not quite sure. Because it would take away control for a second, and you have to click something. You have to do one more action to interact with something. And this way it's you see what kind of interaction you can do with that object. But one thing is that there's always hidden interaction kind of on all these, because you can always right click and get information. And that's why I have this tutorial text here. So right click mouse to get information about objects and anything in the world basically. So it's not just objects but characters and creatures and stuff like that. If there's any way to interact with them, you can right click and get information about them. But if I would add that wheel, it would kind of take away the confusion with objects like this. This is a static object, it's nothing that you can pick up, and you can only get information about it. But you can get information about it in two different ways. And that's something I want to change. Because in this case you can click oops. The hell? You can click left and then you have an interaction with it, but nothing really happens basically. And if I right click, I get information about it. So that's a bit confusing here. I mean, here the interaction is clear what's happening here as well, but not for static objects like that. So not sure yet how to handle that. But jumping back in here. So this would not quite sure if this is the best way to do it, because I need a clear object reference here for the interaction. And I would either need the same parent on all my interactive objects in the world and then work with that, or I would need to keep it the way it is at the moment. Even though it is basically doing the same thing. Especially down here. This is... each of these is doing the same thing. So this is all ending the interaction there. Or the interacting possibilities, so the icon will disappear. And here the icon appears. So, okay. Something I need to think about, and maybe I find a good solution to that. Because at the moment this is just an actor, and I need to create a base class for all those interactive items for this to work properly. As far as I understood the system here. Yeah, I need to have specific target. Okay, that's... What? But I need to have a specific target, otherwise it cannot work properly. At least it threw errors earlier. Clearly I don't understand the system. I think that's why I used it this way. Even though, in hindsight, and now I think it would be better if I would use that, but I don't know how to use them. Let's try this again. Okay, so this is an interactive object HALT. I would call this here. Is this as... No, doesn't work. Hmm. Because this doesn't know how. I mean, okay. Sorry about that. It's bothering me at the moment, and I'm not quite sure. So let's see. Here we need to set that. So we are calling this. And on my interaction base actor, I am binding an event to that. Okay. Here need to do this. Get reference to self. No. This doesn't work. So this needs a target. Okay, this needs first person character object reference. So in the end, I still need to get the reference, cast, and all that stuff in here to get that working. Which is kind of... Yeah, no, I'm not using those. The way I'm doing it here is not better, but works better for me. It's clearer for me. Clear boundaries and stuff like that. And I don't need to have a reference to the first person character in every object. Yeah, whatever. I think it's okay this way. Um, so let's close all that. The issue with the characters fixed. Let's see. Let's run through the world real quick and see if all the characters here are showing up properly. Oh, and I need to fix that texture streaming pool issue again. Yeah, I deleted the engine, the project once or twice, and all the settings we did last time are gone. So I need to redo that. Was it r dot pool? Streaming pool size, that's what I want. Should get rid of those issues. Okay. Okay, the interaction is a bit strange here, so why is it only possible to click there? And then, whoa. Yeah, okay, I need to fix the camera. But the guard here should show up. Nope, she didn't show up. But she's supposed to be here. Yeah, okay. But for some reason she didn't come out of the house. So I need to check if the nav mesh is broken again. But character-wise it looks okay. Characters there. Let's look in here. We have character standing here, good. this bridge. It's a blueprint that's supposed to build bridges, and you can set the sorry. You can set kind of curve here, or not really curve, a value, and if you set that value to negative, then the bridge has a it's not hanging but kind of floating in an arc up, kind of hard to explain, but it just doesn't work. Have set it up according to the documentation and all that stuff, but it just doesn't work the way it's set there. Need to look into that and maybe set another bridge mesh there and set that up. And here we go. Okay, so the colors work. The height, yeah, might also work, but at least the colors are there. So she's blue, or he is blue, but only of the female model, like I said earlier. And we should find a green one in the brewery. Just wanted to check if that system works for all of them. I mean, I could have just flown there in the editor and checked it then, but sometimes I like running around in the world. And here we go. Green. Goblin colors. So, that works. Awesome. So, let's see. What else can I do in here? I think there's not much I can do in here at the moment. I think the biggest thing I need to do is create character content. So let's open up Blender. And I think I already started working here. Oh yeah, I know what the problem was with this one. I started working on the aspect that I want to change the proportions a bit, but symmetrically properly. And the issue I ran into was that I couldn't do that easily in here. So let's go here and which one is the? Yeah, let's select that. I want to change the hands, and I mean I have the option to have this mirrored in for the sculpt tools symmetry, but to make the fingers longer with sculpting tools, not sure if that's the right way to go. Kind of works, but also breaks a lot of stuff here. And I think the mirror doesn't work correctly. Or do I have this? Navigation in here is horrible, especially after using only Unreal Engine for so long. Okay. I mean, it does work, but it's still a bit strange. Okay. And I don't want to kind of cut this apart at mirror and sculpt in a higher resolution, or use Dynamesh or stuff like that, Dynotopo, um, because I don't want to destroy the UVs and the shape keys. I want to copy them over and then hopefully reuse them the way they are. Does this have a soft selection? Any kind? Sure. I mean, okay, the radius is the soft selection there, but oops, I think broke something. I mean, apart from the fact that I need to work on the hands for the female human character as well, because the weight painting is broken there. To fix that at some point as well. But I first wanted to have meshes for each race in here. And I think I broke too much here. Let's see. This is supposed to be the loop there. Yeah, okay, this is the issue. It's too wide there. bit. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, the little finger here is broken because I wasn't paying much attention when I did the weight painting there. So the idea for the other races is that I will push the fingers apart a bit, so to make that easier. And another thing is that the elven fingers are longer than human fingers. So to have that in somehow. Do this here as well. Damn it. good. Okay, slightly better. Yeah, looks okay-ish. Okay, so let's fix this broken monstrosity over here. Push those there. It's taking shape. Slowly. Okay. That would be awesome. Yeah, let's see. Now the problem is I can't just select this part in edit mode because I don't have mirroring. Damn it. So, but we can push this down. Come on. Okay, that makes this slightly bigger at least. The biggest problem is that they are not proportionally correct, but the rest should be okay. This should be pushed up and over. Okay. I think it's fine for the moment. I might need to go into this and do a better sculpt and set the proportions before that. But for that, I might need a way to create good-looking textures, because I'm kind of... At the moment, I want to reuse the textures I have, and that's why I don't want to touch the UVs, and I want to reuse the shape keys. And that's the big issue I have here. So let's see. Yeah, this is still working because I didn't touch the resolution of the mesh. Change a bit of proportions, but the changes I made with the shape keys are displayed correctly, so it looks good. This looks a bit strange because she already was quite thin. Let's see. I mean, I can fix them, but at the moment... Let's see. I wanted to work a bit more on the ears, and for that I looked up elven ears. Might be a bit strange, but different elven in different media and different races they look like. And I thought I had... No, it's something else. I thought I had those Warcraft elves here as well somewhere. Another aspect why I was looking this up is colors. Skin colors for different elven races, stuff like that. For instance, dark elves and wood elves and all that stuff. And I wanted to have a variety of colors in there, and sadly I don't have a display of the colors yet, but I have numbers in there, and they seem okay for all the races that I have in the game at the moment. So wait, did I not? Nope. I didn't keep that open. There was one page somewhere here with a lot of Warcraft stuff. Warcraft elves. Not sure if I have this open somewhere else. Was it here? Yeah, here it is. But that's not. Let's see. Did have. It's really hard to find elven head styles in games and media and stuff like that without mostly getting stuff like this. I mean, I think I can get there this way. And then, yeah, okay, here a bit of that. Even though the Warcraft elves have those really long, really thin ears and those strange eyebrows. I'm not sure, but something like that. And I was looking for stuff like that, and different ideas for that. Funny thing is that I have more stuff for the trolls. A lot of different ideas and inspirations for trolls. The original idea was to have the standard Warcraft troll. Big, long limbs and stuff like that. But I kind of like the idea with the Nordic trolls with those big noses. Big noses here. Something like this. I like that. Those here. Kind of like those, and I think I will design the trolls after those. And the goblins are quite easy. That was goblin. Mostly take those Pathfinder goblins. Big head, small body, pointy teeth. I like those. Something like this. Bit gremlin looking. But I mean, that's also the idea for them. They are tinkering around with everything they can find and try to eat everything and play around with everything, so it fits quite well. What's this? Do they look different? No, not some of them. Okay, this is another idea, but don't like those because they look a bit. The nose is too big and would look more like a small troll in my world there. So let's see, what do those look like? Warhammer goblins. Yeah, those look too much like orcs, or some of them even lizards and stuff like that. So nope. think it's. I think I will stick with those Pathfinder goblins here. But here we also have different skin colors. Yeah, more grayish, slight blue. Also grayish blue here. But it's the big ears, round head, big mouse. That's the most important thing there. Yeah. And I couldn't really find the right thing for the elves that I want, but because yeah, okay, those look like orcs to me, and the rest look, yeah, too human because the ears are too short. There's not much change, but if I go to the where was it? Here. If I go to those, Warcraft. Those pictures are not that good at showing the face. Yeah, here, but those big ears, and even though the head is a bit too human here. The idea is that they are kind of magically entwined creatures. So they might have glowing tattoos, and they definitely have glowing eyes, and there might be other things, maybe um, different mutations according to where they come from, what kind of element they stem from, basically, stuff like that. And here we have a troll, Warcraft troll, long limbs, big tusks, big ears, big hair. But like I said, trolls, I like the Nordic trolls more. But I kind of like the idea of long ears and bit slightly different head form than human. Even though most of this is for games or figures, and some of them cosplay, so it would be a bit difficult to do that here. So but the horns would be, I think, different hairstyles or stuff like that. So it's not really part of the body there. So let's jump here. Come on. Damn it. Can't I grab those? Is it the angle? Nope. The hell? Doesn't do anything. Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Yes, now it works. Okay, sorry about that. So, oops, no, that's too much. Yeah, I'm getting a bit too stretched in some areas there, so let's get a bit more. Polygons over there. Okay, I already broke it here. Wait. Let's see. This needs to be here somewhere. But I think there's some kind of twist here somewhere. That could cause us problems. Let's see what the smooth does. If we go over here. Just fix a bit of the issue I had there. Okay, this caused more issues. So let's grab those. Damn it. It's the right perspective to grab them, but not the right angle to grab them in the right direction. Damn it. issue here somewhere. It's this, that's... Wait, no, this needs to be here. Yeah, the big issue is that it's too stretched in some areas. And as a result, it looks a bit horrible, but it's okay. I just need to move it. That's why. Break everything. Yay. Awesome. Nope. Come on. Yeah. Okay, what's the problem here? This is... okay. So this needs to be moved. There's another twist here. Okay. Okay. I think those look okay-ish. Might be a few small issues here. Mainly that the mirror doesn't work. So one all looks good, the other one is completely broken. Awesome. Let's go here, smooth, fix a bit of the issues here. Yeah, there's something wrong here. It's here somewhere. Is that? What is that? What's under that? Where is the damn twist? Yeah, it's not really symmetrical, but let's see, maybe we can get this slightly fixed here. Oh, damn it. This needs to be here. And this needs to be pulled over here. Yeah, damn it. Not happy with that. But I think I will leave it as it is. Maybe a bit of smoothing here. The biggest issue is that we do have yeah, this one is the problem, I think. there. Let's push this there. Oh yeah, this is... Not quite sure why the symmetry didn't work earlier. Because there's so much difference. Which one is the good one? This is, yeah, good one. So this needs to be higher here. Pulled out. Okay. That bone there looks like an antenna. Kind of confuses me. I think I have another twist here somewhere now. Yeah, this one here needs to be pulled out. as a result. This and this. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Maybe a bit of smoothing here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Good. Let's see. What do I want to change here? Body shape wise. I'm not quite sure. I think I will. I want to add some kind of bark or something like that to um, kind of earth or wood elves or stuff like that. So, but I'm not quite sure if I have some of them in the world, if it makes sense for them to be there. It's kind of the problem. I have a lot of ideas, but are they right for the game? That's the thing. I definitely know of two elven sub races that are in the game, and one of them is an ice elf, and another one is a fire elf. And for those, it's mostly colors and maybe a few effects. So the fire elf might have a small fire or heat effect on the hair and stuff like that. Not quite sure. Oh, wait. Before I do that, let's make sure that the mirror is back on. tool. Fill, deepen. This one maybe. Nope. Does this do? Might be the right tool here. It's too much. Too much strengths. Let's see. Nope. Nope. And too much. Oops. Wrong tool there. So feet. Wait. The want to change the proportions a bit. Oh, I need to. Let's see. This. Just slightly inflate. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. If I destroy too much there. Yeah, no, the feet don't matter because there will be shoes and we don't see those. I think if I go here and have a look at this contrast. Okay, she's smaller. And as a result, the proportions are a bit different, so it's okay. Okay, let's see. Now I need to edit those. Put them in the right place. But before that I need to take a short break. Oh wait, let's see. What's the plan for today? No, I think I might take a longer break and be back later in an hour or two and eat something, and then we can jump into this without anything for the evening, anything different, and can devote a lot of time into that. So let's do that. Okay, see you guys later in, like I said, roughly 2 hours or so. And I will take a longer break, eat something, try to figure out a way to get more air into my nose and help not breathing through my mouth so that you can understand me a lot better. And then I will be back later. See you then. Bye bye.